Kempire is brought to you by. We are so excited to announce that the Kempire After Dark Alive Tour is coming back. We are first returning to Los Angeles on November 20th at the Bourbon Room. And then we will be in London. Yes, the first international date of the Kempire After Dark live experience is coming to London, of course, because this is where it all began at our first meet and greet. On December 8th, we will be at Neon 194. This live show is presented by our friends over at AEG. So if you haven't gotten your tickets already, what are you waiting for? December is right around the corner. Every Kempire After Dark live experience is so different than the other. So make a trip. Or if you live in London, come to the Kempire After Dark live experience. And just announce, Washington, D.C., we're coming back. We're coming back. Yes, we're coming back to Union Stage, Washington, D.C. Come out. Get your tickets are now available. Let's sell out all three shows for 2024 and the early part of 2025. We'll be in D.C. on January 24th. More information on all tour dates will be available in the description. I'll see you guys soon. You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network. Hey, everyone. This is not going to be a long live, and I know I say that and then it ends up being a long live, but I thought about doing this earlier today after I posted, I've done my umpteenth Diddy update. So I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about whether or not YouTube is suppressing Diddy videos. And I know you're probably thinking, no, I don't think it is. It's not for everyone. However, I have a feeling that maybe there is, and it might be because of another story that I've covered that YouTube probably does not want you guys want people covering. But we will get to that. First off, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. And don't forget, the Kempire After Dark live experience is coming to Los Angeles. Yes, we're coming to Los Angeles this Wednesday, November 20th at the Bourbon Room in Hollywood. So get your tickets if you haven't gotten your tickets. Then we're coming to London. I can't believe it. Like, whose idea was this? Back-to-back shows like this. It's all right. We're coming to London. I was going to say September. No, that's when it was supposed to be. No, we're coming to London on October. That's when it was also supposed to be. No, we're coming to London December 8th. December 8th, we're coming to London at the Neon 194. Get your tickets today if you haven't gotten your tickets already. Some people keep hitting me up. When are you coming to London? I'm like, do you guys know? I mentioned in every single video, and this is why I mentioned it in every single video, because there will be always someone, I didn't know you were coming to LA. I didn't know you were coming to London. And I mention it everywhere and on everything. But again, that is me relying on an algorithm to show you my content, but fine. Then we're coming back to DC on January 24th. Okay. Anyways. Yes, the almighty Queen Bee says, I will be there. Yes, I will see you in Los Angeles. All right. So before we get into this at Kempire After Dark Diddy update, I do want to remind you, today's live is sponsored by our friends over at Uncommon Goods. The holidays are here. I started my Christmas shopping. Not really, just like little stuff. I got like Christmas towels. That's about it. And I've been moving stuff. Okay. But when it does come time for me to do some shopping for people that I love, this is what I will be using. All right. So get things while supplies last. Okay. Spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from Uncommon Goods. The busy holiday season is here, and Uncommon Goods makes it less stressful with incredible hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list, all in one spot. Gifts that spark joy, wonder, and delight, and that it's exactly what I wanted feeling. They scour the globe for original, handmade, absolutely remarkable things. Somehow they know exactly the perfect gift for every single person you know. And I just love that they celebrate independent and small businesses. So to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/Kempire. That's uncommongoods.com/Kempire for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. More information on Uncommon Goods will be available in the description. Okay? All right. Moving on. Shout out to everyone in the live chat. All right. Moving on. Where do I even want to begin? So earlier today, I did post a video just for those that may have missed it because, again, algorithm, shadow banning, whatever. I did want to let you guys know I did do a story on former Real Housewives of Potomac star Monique Samuels, and also formerly of Love and Marriage DC, which I believe at this particular point, I haven't heard any word on whether or not DC's coming back. I know that they're not currently filming. I know that. So we did a story because Monique did a recent interview and she was talking about how Carlos, she didn't say Carlos's name. I just want to preface that by saying, but come on now. We know who she's talking about. She said a former Real Housewives producer approached her and used the black card, got her interested in doing this new show. And then she said basically what she signed up for was not what she got. And she says that he did her worse than Bravo did her. And I don't know if I would probably press her more just to kind of explain what exactly did Carlos do to her? I mean, it wouldn't shock us. You know, Carlos has been accused of all kinds of things by former people that have worked with him, including Candy Burris of Real Housewives of Atlanta, accused him of trying to steal the Escape Life story. Okay. And then try to use Mama Joyce without telling Mama Joyce what they were basically asking her about. That's what Candy said. Okay. Anyways, he's also been accused of some other things as well, but we won't get into that. We'll get into it when I get to LA and we'll talk more about Monique and all of that. All right. What I also posted earlier today was another Diddy update. So Rahina, if you see the replay of this, if you're not in the live chat now, make sure you let your husband know the Diddy update, okay? I know he wants the Diddy update. So I posted a video earlier with the full Diddy update. So I'm not going to go through everything that I said in that video. But it is worth mentioning because I have some receipts that I didn't have in the first video that I wanted to mention. So Megan Kuhn, if you know, she's a fantastic journalist. I would call her a hip hop journalist, but she is a journalist. But she's been covering some of these stories within the hip hop community, like the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion stuff, and now this Diddy story. But she's great. She keeps us up to date in regards to what's going on in court. So one of the things that we found out earlier today, we actually found out late last night, but I reported on it this morning, was the fact that Diddy is being accused of breaking jail rules to corruptly influence testimony and potential jurors. So I'm not going to go through everything that was said in this 30-page filing, but there are some damning things that were said that I just want to reiterate in this video for those that may have missed my video from earlier. Okay. So they're saying that Diddy, it's like an episode of Oz. I can't wait till they make the Lifetime movie about this because he's doing what I figured he was doing. People Magazine did an article a few weeks ago that we did a video on, and I told you they believe that Diddy is still very powerful and influential, even from inside the Metropolitan Detention Center. And apparently, Diddy has been paying people off in jail to use phones to get in contact with people. Also, who remembers when I said all of this, you know, the kids posting on social media, happy birthday and doing this and denying all that other stuff? Okay. I said to you, this feels strategic. And some people were like, they just love their father. No, even the prosecutors are accusing Diddy. First of all, they're not supposed to be doing this anyway. They're not supposed to be doing this because this goes against the gag order within this case that the judge put in place. They feel as if he is trying to use his children to sway jurors. So not only are they talking about witness tampering, they're talking about juror manipulation, and he's violating prison rules in regards to he's doing three-way calls on the phone. He's having people put money on people's books in the prison so that he can use their phones. Really? So that this is what the video that I gave you earlier. Like I said, I'm not going to read it verbatim. I just want to give you a gist of what I talked about in that first video. But like I said, they also talk about Kalena Harper, and they refer to her as witness 2, and they talk about the amount of phone calls that Diddy placed to her within a span of 4 days, 128 times. And then subsequently, she issued that Instagram story and allegedly was paid for it. Like, I feel for Kalena Harper because when we saw that interview, I couldn't help but feel for her because it seemed as if she was sedated. It seemed like she might have been high. I don't know. But she just did not seem all there. Well, she's mentioned by the prosecution in here. So let me just highlight some of the things that they said that Diddy was doing in a jail. because he was violating Bureau of Prison rules as well. Hold on, let me see if I can find exactly where they mention it here. Hold on. Okay, Combs also, quote, directs others to pay inmates, so people on the outside, directs to pay inmates to use their personal access codes for jail phone calls, quote, including through payment processing apps and BOP commissary, there we go, account deposits, according to the 30-page filing. The defendant knows this is against BOP regulations at the outset of each telephone call, because on the telephone call it tells you the inmate is prompted to enter his PAC, there we go, number, after which an automated recording sharing a PAC number is against BOP policy and is subject to disciplinary action. I wonder what's going to happen to him, because this is what they discovered. And my thing is, do they not realize that all of this stuff is monitored? Like, do they not realize this? Okay. So that's one of the accusations that the prosecution has against Diddy, because Diddy is appealing the 2 times that he's been denied bail. He was denied bail 2 times already. So they are trying again for a 3rd time because they have a new judge. Okay. So that was a video that I posted earlier today in regards to Diddy. The other thing that I mentioned in that video that the prosecution is saying is going against the rules of a fair trial for him is the fact that Diddy apparently is instructing his children to post the things that they've been posting most recently on his birthday, that birthday video. So in the original video that I didn't show you the birthday video, but then when I listened back to it, I was like, you can tell what he's doing here. You can tell what he's doing here. But let me just let you guys know what the prosecution said in the court documents in regards to what he was doing. Hold on, let me just fast forward to here. So also, the prosecutor's opposition on Friday also partially redacted. It says that Combs uses a third-party messaging service called Contact Me ASAP to obscure his communications from jail. The defendant repeated circumvention of BOP regulations starting almost immediately after arriving at the Metropolitan Detention Center. Speaks volumes about his ability to comply with any condition of release. So, because he's saying that, he'll have his own security system, he won't do anything. They said as soon as he got into this damn jail, he's been breaking the rules. So what makes us think that he won't continue to break the rules on the outside? So the argument, and the prosecution is responding to Diddy's legal team in regards to the bail package that they want to offer. All right. And they're saying that the prosecution's case against Diddy is thin. All right. They say that Combs uses the unauthorized communication to continue his efforts to obstruct and subvert this criminal proceeding. Example of these efforts are plentiful, according to the prosecutors. Plentiful, they said. The filing also describes Combs' relentless efforts to contact potential witnesses, including victims of his abuse, who could provide powerful testimony against him. They're saying he's doing this from within the jail. And honestly, I think if they were to release him, those potential victims would be scared, even if he did not reach out to them. Just the fact that he was able to get out of jail. Just the fact that he would get out of jail. I just thought about that just now. I was like, just the thought of him getting out probably is very fearful for them. So they also bring up the Cassie video and talking about why he's such a dangerous person. Okay. They say that although defense counsel conceded that the incident was relevant to Judge Carter's determination of dangerousness, the defendant fails to address it with the respect to the present motion. So they're saying your present bail package doesn't talk about how we're going to prevent him from doing something like he did to Cassie again, or that level of control and power. Prosecutors say that Combs' motion rehashes the same arguments rejected by those 2 judges with the claims of, quote, new evidence. But the defendant offers nothing new, they say, and material justifying a 3rd bail hearing, according to the filing. In fact, the only true new relevant evidence shows that the defendant has continued to engage in relentless course of obstructive conduct designed to subvert the integrity of this proceeding. Okay? I just want to get to the part where they mention the family. Let me just fast forward here, guys, because I did go through this. If you missed it and you want the full details, I did post a full video. I've pinned that video in the live chat for you guys to quickly get there. If you haven't seen the video, I go through more of what the prosecution's motion towards and in response to Diddy's bail. Let me just fast forward to where they mention the children. Hold on, y'all. Let me go. Oh, here we go. All right. It is. Hold on. Just fast forward right past it. Let me see something. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's easy and it's free. Okay, it's easy and it's free. We're giving you your Diddy update. I do also want to talk about I'll Be Sure in a second. Then I also want to talk about, is the YouTube suppressing these videos on Diddy lately? That is a question that I have. And please let me know if you have a thought or opinion about that. Hold on, how am I missing? It's a small part here, but I wanted to mention it because then I want to show you the video, what that they're talking about. Oh, here we go. So they say this in the court filing, the prosecution against Diddy's possible bail. All right. They said, notably, the defendant continued these efforts after the court's October 25th, 2024, requested by the defense prohibiting exactly this sort of conduct. After the court entered the order, the defendant enlisted family members to plan and execute a social media campaign around the defendant's birthday with the intention of influencing the potential jury in the criminal proceeding. At the defendant's carefully and curated direction, the defendant's children posted a video to their respective social media accounts showing the defendant's children gathered to celebrate the defendant's birthday. The defendant from within the MDC then monitored the analytics, audience engagement, and explicitly discussed with his family how to ensure that the video had his desired effect on potential jury members in this case. So I'm assuming these conversations were being had on the phone with the kids, maybe when they came to visit. All of this stuff is recorded. Diddy. Like, you should know this. And I wonder how much of this the attorneys knew. And I wasn't surprised. I've been waiting with bated breath to hear what the prosecution was going to say in response to Diddy's bail motion. I was waiting with bated breath. Like, I want to know because I know they've been gathering details. The Southern District of New York does not play. But I wouldn't be surprised that Diddy, because he's gotten away with this type of behavior for 30 plus years, he thinks that he is above the law. And probably because he had people within the law that made him feel that way. And now those people probably are no longer there. All right. So I'm going to show you the video that they're talking about, which I thought was interesting because pay attention to what Diddy says to them. Okay? Let me play this for you. This was on his birthday.
Birthday to Daddy. Happy birthday. Keep going. Happy birthday to Daddy. Keep going. Go. Happy birthday to Daddy. Yay! Yay! I love y'all. We love you.
Too. Love you, thank you.
Yeah. With the PR. I'm proud of y'all, especially the girls. I mean, all of y'all. But
Why did he say especially the girls? Because they're younger, maybe? But also, it should be noted that it was only his daughters that he gave up their passports. Something's weird about that. I don't know what it is. The patriarchy of it all, I don't know. All right.
Being strong. Thank y'all for being strong, and thank y'all for being by my side and supporting me. I love y'all. I got the best family in the world. My birthday, I'm happy. Thanks for y'all giving me this call. Thank you very much. I love y'all.
Love you more. Too. Can't wait to see you in a couple of days.
I love you, Daddy. A couple of days.
Say it again.
I love you, Daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
See, pause again. And I know what some people might say, let's play devil's advocate. What's wrong with this video? There's nothing wrong with this. You know, he misses his kids. You know, the children miss him. This is beautiful. It is. But why did this have to be on social media? Why did this have to be a tag post amongst all the children on social media? Why? Just asking. Nasser says the family shtick is getting old. But this is what he's doing. And I know what you're probably thinking, what's wrong with him painting the picture that, you know, the children miss him? It goes against the rules of what's going on in court. And this is something that the prosecution has pointed out. All right. I'm not done.
Yo, Pop.
Hi, we're right here.
Chance right here on the phone, too. Pops, I love eating all your cake, so you're not going to have none left.
She's literally digging in my face.
Yeah, grab the buy you a new one. Yo, she's eyes down at the cake right now. Oh, cool. Say hey, Chance.
Be happy birthday to Mom.
We love you.
Chance is right here, too, if you get here. On the phone. One more time.
Hey, Chance.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby. I love you.
Love you too. Miss you. See you soon.
But I'm becoming more and more intuitive the more I cover this story, because everything has an angle. I said in the previous video earlier today, if you missed it, I do go through more of what is said from the prosecution as to why they believe Diddy, for a third time, in their stating the facts, has been going against all of the BOP rules from the moment he got into jail. Putting money on the books for other people so he can use their phone numbers for making phone calls. He's got people on three-way. You're not supposed to have people on three-way when you're in jail. He's using his family to play out this case in a court of public opinion. We do not decide on whether or not you will get out. However, technically we do, because they have to find jurors. So this is sort of juror manipulation. Not sort of, this is what they're accusing him of. Juror manipulation. Okay. Now I want to mention to you guys, Albie Shore. So as you know, Quincy is the son of Albie Shore. Albie Shore has been very vocal ever since Diddy has been locked up. Has been more and more vocal. Okay. I want to preface this by saying, because I like to give you all sides. The story out there was that Quincy was raised by Diddy, wasn't adopted by Diddy, but he was raised by Diddy because Albie Shore was not a present father. I do believe that Albie Shore could have been a lousy father, but also when he was ready to have a relationship with Quincy, who knows when that was, I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy used his power and influence and maybe allegedly did stuff or tried to attempt to do stuff to Albie Shore over the years to push him away and keep him out of Quincy's life. I think those two things can be true, because I do believe that's what's happening here. So Albie Shore has been very vocal in regards to, he believes that the health scare that he had, Diddy was behind it. He said that Kim Porter had warned him previously that Diddy was making attempts on his life, allegedly. And he's also been posting cryptic messages, not so cryptic, because he will post #FreeQuincy when he posts a quote on his Instagram story. I mean, he'll post free as in FRE. There's another E, Quincy. I mean, Albie, sure. Anyways, and he believes that Quincy's under the influence of Diddy. So our friends over at the Shade Room gathered some of the comments, because yesterday was the anniversary of Kim Porter's passing. Okay. It's been 6 years since her passing. And, all the kids posted something celebrating her life and her memory, and Albie Shore did as well. Okay. And Quincy had posted this photo, and apparently it was Albie Shore taking the photo. So, because a lot of people were confused when in Quincy's caption mentioned his father. Okay. So apparently he was the one taking this photo. Okay. So let me just read to you some of the comments that Albie Shore was doing, because he was responding to people. One person says, Let me see if I can actually bring up the photo so you guys can see the comments that I'm reading. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. So one comment says, he unblocked you? I'll be sure responds. The real question is he still following a man that abused his mother and he knows it very clearly? Think about that when you're sitting at your desk at work on Monday trying to unravel this mystery in your mind. What? I'll be sure then responded to this other person's comment that said, your son will thank you one day. I know it's hard being a parent, but he has to learn, grow, forgive on his own time. We love you. Stay healthy, be safe, and keep shaming the devil with the truth. He just puts a target emoji. Okay. Another comment that I'll be sure responded to. This person says, oh, you are nice. Did you see the shade your son threw at you yesterday? Did you see that? I'll be sure responds, it wasn't shade. His father was the one taking the picture. Because a lot of people were saying the picture because I'll be sure wasn't in it. And you see the caption there in regards to Quincy referring to his father. And he says it wasn't shade. His father was the one taking the picture of him and Kimberly. That's just everyone being thirsty for more perceived drama. It's all for the internet. Wait for it. Netflix, 50 Cent. Oh, shoot. Did he just confirm he's in the 50 Cent documentary on Diddy? Did he do it? Because they're actively working on that documentary. And I'll be sure apparently is in it. Or maybe. I'm assuming he is. And this will be the first time that I'll be sure we'll be sitting down talking about everything that's played out in regards to his relationship with Kim Porter, the relationship with Diddy, his relationship with his son Quincy. Interesting. All right. There was another comment that he responded to. Okay. So this person says, beautiful tribute. I'm glad you are taking the adult approach with this. Once your son wakes up out of that brainwashed mindset, you two will have a beautiful relationship like never before. As his father, no matter how much he pushes you out or away, never stop trying. Forgiveness is key. So I'll be sure responds, what my son, now him tagging Quincy. What my son Quincy knows very clearly is that I actually took that photo of he and his mother, Kimberly, in the parking lot of Toys R Us. He liked he liked the red car so much that he decided that he was going to ride it out of the store. I found that photo and gave it to Kim because she called me and told me all of our family photos miraculously burned up in a house fire. Ooh. One of the many facts that the whole world has no clue about. Wait for the new film on Netflix. You'll go into culture shock when y'all find out the truth. So I think he's seemingly confirming that he will be a part of 50 Cent's documentary. I mean, that for me confirms it, that he will be in the documentary, and he really is spilling tea. Look, I think it would be hard. Here I go twerking on a fence. I think that it would be hard for Quincy just to be like, wash away Diddy, because in his mind he feels as if Diddy came in when his father stepped out. So I can understand why Quincy of all people might be sort of conflicted. But I also told you when the kids came out and said that the book Kim's Lost Words was trash, the allegations about abuse, the allegations about Diddy being involved in her passing were not true. Based off what the prosecution is saying in his communication with his children, it's clear he's controlling their social media. And I wouldn't be surprised that remember the reality show that Quincy put out a trailer for? I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy's behind that as well. And if I was Diddy's attorneys, I'd be like, all of that needs to stop. All of the behavior of Diddy's boys pulling up on Ray J. And no, I'm not going to talk about that Ray J and Pastor Jamal interview. Congratulations, Pastor Jamal. He just got married. Or should I say condolences to the wife? But anyways. So apparently I'll be sure will be a part of the 50 Cent documentary. So my real reason, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's easy and it's free. If you haven't, and you are in Los Angeles or will be in Los Angeles or near Los Angeles, I will be bringing the Kempire After Dark, a live experience this Wednesday to the Bourbon Room, Hollywood. Okay. And then I'm going to London next month, December 8th. We'll be at Neon 194. If you haven't gotten your tickets to that, get your tickets now. And then I'm coming back to Washington, D.C. on January 24th, 2025. Tickets are now available. Okay. Nasser says that the kids are being used and abused. I mean, it doesn't shock me. This man, if everything that people have said about Diddy is true, that behavior does not shock me. That does not shock me at all. But the reason why I decided to do this video, because I've noticed in comparison to some of the other videos that I've covered in regards to Diddy or outside of Diddy, those videos have been, I've noticed, like I pay attention to my analytics. And look, views don't automatically equate to ad revenue or anything like that. However, I've noticed with the Diddy videos recently, because we've been covering Diddy since he got locked up, okay? And those videos were, crazy. And I also understand, because I've covered stories and I continue to cover certain stories that have gone on for months and months and months, and sometimes over a year or a couple of years, where people are just sort of like, oh, I'm not interested anymore in that story. No, people are still very much invested and interested in that story. But I've noticed with Diddy stories recently, it's like I'll go to the video, and normally when you would see maybe a couple hundred views, I'm like, 10 views? 10 views? Like what? What's happening? And I say that, and this is why I always tell you guys, if you're looking for my videos, just go to my page. If you don't see it, show it. Don't rely on your Explorer page. Don't rely on notifications, because they don't always work. And you already know I'm always working, so I'm always posting. So I noticed that, and I was just like, I wonder if anyone else is having that experience, or if I have noticed that. Because I've also noticed that when I post other stories, it's not like that. It's only when I post Diddy stories. So I've played around, I've been watching this for a few weeks. So I've been playing around, like, okay, maybe if I change this or change that. And I'm like, no, I think the only thing I could change is if it's not about Diddy. If it's not about Diddy. And Mo says the election happened. No, this was happening before the election. This was happening before the election. That's why I said I've been waiting and watching. And look, people are still very much interested in the story. They are still interested in the story, and people do get fatigued when it's the same Diddy story. That's why I want to cover certain parts of the Diddy story that are new and important or relevant to something that we've been covering. But I've noticed it's just with the Diddy story. So I said, well, that's not happening for every creator. However, not a lot of creators covered, look, follow me. Not a lot of creators have covered the Mr. Beast story. Follow me. It might be a conspiracy theory, but follow me. I'm putting it out here on record for a reason. Not a lot of creators in this that cover a lot of what I covered the same things like Mr. Beast and Diddy. Mr. Beast is the number one YouTuber with the most subscribers ever on YouTube. Okay. And I've talked about Mr. Beast, and I've been covering those stories. I've done multiple stories on it. Okay. And I noticed that those videos are suppressed in a way. And I was like, wait, is this because Mr. Beast, it makes money for YouTube. This is what I'm talking about. Mr. Beast makes a lot of money for YouTube. When you have 300 something million subscribers and combined like 400 something million subscribers, they are invested. They make money off of it. So I wonder, it could be a combination of things. It could be suppressing Diddy stories. It could be shadow banning. That happens across the board. That is a real thing. Or it could be because of the coverage of Mr. Beast. Because again, they make money from it. They make money from him. And he's recently faced a lot of allegations. Another YouTube content creator reported Mr. Beast to the FBI for allegedly knowing that there are individuals within his corporation that's associated with YouTube, because he's a YouTuber, of covering up child CP. Okay, fill in the blanks. Okay. Destiny says, press your suspicions soundbite. Do I have one? Like, which one? Oh, damn. I haven't pressed it in so long. Wait, is it this one? No. Oh. I haven't pressed that button in so long. See, look, Kimmy says, I haven't seen any of your Mr. Beast videos, and I watch all your videos. So, like, I tell you, I've been sitting on this and just watching and looking at the analytics, and I'm like, this is interesting. This is interesting. But I'm doing this video just to put it out there. And it's also a reminder to those of you that if you're looking for stuff, just go to my page. And if you listen to the podcast, I always upload a lot of stuff there too. But I try to put a lot of my stuff here on YouTube. But I might have to start changing that. Just saying. Anyways, guys, that is all I wanted to say in regard. I gave you a full update on Diddy again. Okay. I've given you a full update on I'll Be Sure addressing some of the questions about his son Quincy and that relationship. I've given you an update on what I think YouTube might be doing in regards to those that are covering Diddy. Maybe. And maybe it's related to my coverage of Mr. Beast. Who knows? Is that going to stop me? No. IB says, I've seen your Mr. Beast videos. He gives me the creeps. I'm going to continue to cover that story just because I feel like his target audience is children, Mr. Beast. His target audience is children. So that's concerning to me. Okay. Mr. Milliman says, don't leave yet, Kemp. Let's get lit. No, I have to be in LA next week. I got packing to do. I have Christmas stuff that I still need to do. I just came on here because I was like, okay, let me give you guys this update because I've been thinking about this since earlier today. So make sure you check out the video that I posted earlier today. Okay? So who knows? Maggie says, I love your sound effects. Thank you. Thank you, guys. But I appreciate you guys. Hey, Alma. What's going on, guys? And I did post the Real Housewives of Orange County podcast version on the podcast. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, make sure you subscribe. I will be on Watch What Crappens this week as well. And something else. I don't like to announce something until it happens, but I will be on Watch What Crappens this week. So make sure you stay tuned for that and show love, because when you show up on platforms like this, it's important for our community to go and support as well. Okay. Foxy says, where are you going? What do you mean, where am I going? Okay, Q&A time. Questions, guys, questions. Deborah says, when my son was younger, he used to love Mr. Beast. See? Monique says, did you watch the Mike Tyson fight? No, because by the time it actually happened, it was like really late here in New York. And I heard there were streaming issues anyway. And didn't he lose? But he didn't really lose because he got $20 million. Didi says, when are you leaving for DC? DC is not till January. DC's not till January. Guys, don't forget, I'm coming to Los Angeles this week, this Wednesday at the Bourbon Room Hollywood for the Kempire After Dark live experience. Then I'll be going to London December 8th for that Kempire After Dark live experience. Then I'm coming back to Washington, D.C. on January 24th. Okay? And every single show is different. So my LA show is going to be so different than my London show. My London show is going to be so different from my DC show, because it covers everything that we've been talking about. Okay. Yes, guys. Can we get to 500 likes? There's over 1,300 of you guys here. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitch and Twitter as well. I see you guys. What's going on Twitch and Twitter? I agree. Danny says, I feel we have podcast overload these days. Without a doubt. And mind you, we have podcast overload, but not a lot of great podcasts. That's the thing. We have a lot of podcasts, but I can tell you like on one hand, the amount of actual podcasts I consistently listen to on a weekly basis. I will say I haven't listened to in a week or so, Cynthia Bailey and Crystal Kominkoff's podcast, just because they're light energy. They're easy to listen to. I like them. That's probably like one of the only Bravo podcasts that I listen to right now. And every once in a while, like, some of my lovely ladies that come through here. But for the most part, consistently, not really. Paula says the TVs were buffering. We had to watch it on my phone. Lord have mercy. Mr. Melanin Magic says, will you do impromptu lives or pre-recorded lives next week for Salt Lake City and RHOC? No promises, because I'll be busy. You guys know when I travel, I make time to be present in where I am. So again, I also want to keep my Kempire After Dark alive. I want that exclusive to them. So I will be talking about everything. Salt Lake City, New York, not RHOC because RHOC won't have aired at that particular point. So all of those recaps will be there. The only recap that I might do before I leave is Potomac. So if you're in LA, come on over. Come on over. Come on. Jazzy says, I still enjoy the Read podcast. I haven't listened in on a Bravo. Yeah, that's probably like the only podcast that I listen to religiously, the Read. Shout out to Kid Fury and Crystal. Those are the only probably podcasts that I actually, every once in a while, I'll listen to Brilliant Idiots because I like to listen to opinions that don't necessarily agree with me. I think that's important. Nisi says Ebony Williams and Dustin Ross's podcast are really good. That's true. I don't listen to that consistently, but I've definitely listened to it. Kathleen says, how often do you go to Jamaica and see family? Not often at all. Oh, wait, I missed the question. Oh, IB says, have you heard Marlo and Sonya's podcast? How is it? You asking me? I've seen clips on social media. I'm not interested. To be honest with you. I'm not interested at all. Yeah, Ivy says The Read was one of my first podcasts. Was it one of my first? Probably. One of the first, probably. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Judy, for reminding everyone. Don't forget to get your tickets. I will be talking about all of this stuff, the Diddler, hot topics, the election a little bit. I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff when I get out there, okay? I'm going to talk a lot of stuff. All right. Any other questions, guys, before we go? We still have over, 1,100 of you watching on YouTube alone. Can we get to 500 likes? What are you waiting on? Well, some of you do watch from the television, and I don't know if you can like from the television, which is fine. Mr. Slim says, are you coming to Houston? Let me get through these next couple of dates, and then maybe for 2025. I definitely can't come to Houston between now and the end of the year, but a lot of you in Texas have been asking me to come. I gotta see, because if I book Texas and y'all don't do what y'all need to do, like what DC's doing, DC, y'all are doing it, okay? I have a feeling that will be sold out earlier than the last one. Just saying. Oh, Mama Ali says you can like from the television. Mama Ali, how do we like from the television? Because, some folks don't know how to do that. Oh, Deborah says you can like from the television. See? Look, Ivy says we can like from the television. Look. All right. I guess I'm the old fogey. CJ says, yes, that fight was staged. If you look at his training video, he got that 20 million and heard that he'd get residual income from his future fights. Not sure if that part is really true or not. I mean, I hope that Tyson is not fighting anymore after this. I was surprised that he was doing this at all, but good for him for getting $20 million. Cece says, how can I get my family to say yes to dim sum for Thanksgiving instead of me cooking? First of all, Cece, I bet your cooking is so delicious. No dim sum. We want traditional Thanksgiving meal. Thank you kindly. All right. Destiny says, have you seen Caroline B? Who you mean? What's her face? Tweet about RHOD. Yes, she's delusional. She's delusional. She swears up and down. I knew about this, that this was happening. All right. No, you didn't. Delusional. Thank you, Nubian. Nubian says you can like from the television. Yeah, apparently everybody knows. Yeah, JS said the same thing. Yeah, you can like from television. You just can't comment, so I jump on my phone. Oh, Lord. See, Jay said, I had no idea you could like a YouTube video from TV. Me either. Okay. And Thea, we just gave you your P. Diddy update. It was like a full update. Rewind, fast forward. I don't know. What? I can't go through everything I just said. It was a mouthful. And I clipped. Anthea, if you click the link in the live chat, that's the video that I posted earlier that I go in depth about the prosecution and what they're claiming that Diddy did in jail. Oh my goodness, what is up with all the planes getting struck? Demi says, did you see the Southwest plane get struck? You mentioned the Spirit one the other day. I saw that, but I didn't mention it. What is going on? I feel like that's happening a lot with the planes. Hey, V. What's going on? CJ says, are you coming to Vegas anytime soon, Kemp? Not that I know of. The last time I came, it was not great. I mean, just because of the way everything was like wrapped up in Vegas. Like I never experienced Vegas like that before. Newsworthy Trend says, did you comment Ray J posted? Which one? There's been a lot of Ray J stuff. We did do a separate live talking about Ray J. We did not talk about the actual interview coming out with him and Pastor Jamal. I'm done talking about Ray J. I'm so tired of him. Okay, hold on. Mama Ali says, press down your button, and the like button should be by the scroll bar on the TV, I believe. Okay. All right. Oh, see, look, Paula says, Gen Xers, I don't know how to like for the TV, feeling old. Don't feel old. Don't feel old. Real House Knives. Like that. Says, isn't BravoCon this year in Vegas? Next year. Technically. Yeah, 2025, BravoCon will be returning to Vegas. They are having, I think this week, they're at Miami Fest, but I haven't heard anyone talking about that they're going to that. Just saying. See, CJ says, I'm sad about not being able to be in LA with you. Ugh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people. Like, if I was to try and accommodate everyone's schedule, it'd just be impossible. I've never been to Aspen. Yes, they chose a location. It's going to be at the same place that it was last year in regards to BravoCon. It will be back at that convention center in Las Vegas. They confirmed that recently. Jones says the interview is outrageous. Yes, I haven't watched it. Honestly, I'm not interested in watching it. And we already know that they've taken out anything incriminating, I guess. Okay. Des says, when is the London show again? December 8th. I'll be coming to London before December 8th, but the live show will be December 8th. Ticket information is available in the description of this video. Okay. Hey, Miss O. Miss O says, Kemp, so happy to hear a clip of your voice. I'm so glad you guys even knew it was my voice. It was so short and quick. A clip of your voice in the Megan Thee Stallion documentary, which I did end up watching a couple of weekends ago. Also, does Diddy get visitations from his family? He does. He does. In the video that I just played, they talk about seeing him in a couple of days. So they do go to see him. I'm assuming the little girl doesn't. Timmy says the LA show is going to be amazing. I know you're going to bring up Teddy. Or not. Like, who wants to waste my time on stage talking about the Teddy? Okay. That says, so excited to see you in London. Me too. Shout out to London. This is a full circle moment. I love it. Okay. Oh, Anna says, I'm a Gen X on the TV. You just hit the pause button and the option to like becomes available. Thank you, Anna. Anna, Paula, did you see that? Okay. Mama Ali says, OMG, Kempire, get out of my head. December 8th is my ex-husband's birthday, and January 24th is my current husband's birthday. What is going on? So you'll never forget those tour dates. Okay. Raven says, what cities are you thinking about for shows in 2025? There are plenty. I mean, I don't want to mention any because some people will be like, oh, what about my city? Already, what I do know for sure, DC in January and New York soon. Okay. In January, not in January, but next year. Judy says, please don't talk about the Nat. I honestly don't think it's worth my time in LA. We have so much other stuff to talk about at the show. Anthea says, why can't the Diddy case be live? I don't see them doing that because there will be a lot of information that they'll be sharing. That says, OMG, what section were you in the Megan Thee Stallion? Oh my God, I can't even remember now. It's like towards the end, right? Not the middle, but towards the end. And it's brief. That's why it was so funny that you guys even recognized that it was me. I mean, look, they played me 3 times during the Real Housewives of Orange County season. They played it in the premiere. They played it during the finale. They played it during the reunion. I was like, I mean, ring me. Do I get residuals? No. Oh, Candace says January 24th is my grandmother's birthday. She will be 88. God bless. Demi says probably to protect the jurors is what I'm thinking. They need to keep them locked up. Because regardless, even to protect the jurors, there will be people there that work for Diddy. It's not going to really do much. Des says that cameras are not allowed in New York courts. It's against the law. Mr. Mellon Magic said we need Kemp twerking on stage in LA. Really? Political envy. Shout out to Canada. What part of Canada are you watching from? Canada. Where are my people in Canada? And for the replay crew, where are you watching from? If it's in Canada, what part of Canada? Texas. What part of Texas are you watching from? Let me know. I'm gonna take a look at the comment section later. Exactly. Mama Allie reminds us that federal cases aren't allowed to be televised, I believe. Joe, hey, Joe. Joe says if it's a federal trial, typically no cameras. Yep. Hey, Sammy, Wagwan. She says they should live stream the Diddy case, no visual, only audio, in my opinion. I mean, that would be fantastic. That way I could just listen to it as the days go on. They report later on that day. But who knows? I definitely don't think that's going to happen. This is a very high profile case. One thing that I will say in regards to the Diddy stuff, based off of this new update from the prosecution, I strongly believe that he's going to start mentioning names in regards to powerful, influential people. I think that based on what they've been saying, I feel as if he's already been getting that information out there. Just saying. So if we start seeing other people be exposed, I think it's Diddy. If Diddy's out here, it's one thing. I'm sure he would rather be out here for a variety of reasons. But I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy is not a kingpin up in the detention center too. If he's gotten 3 other people's PAC numbers to make phone calls, he's already building his own little minions in the jail. Hey, V Wade says, hi, Kempire. Long time no update since the last live I caught from job loss. I have since gotten a new job. Thanks to your videos for keeping me lifted in dark times. Loving being a member. That's a fantastic. Congratulations. Everyone say congratulations to V Wade. That's amazing. Montreal, Canada. Hey, Daphne. What's going on? Kay says he's a new Nino Brown. Lord have mercy. I'm not surprised by that, though. I'm not surprised that Diddy is already building influence and has been building influence. He probably was building influence before he even got to jail. Let's be honest. Just saying. Vlog with normally. Do you guys think that the Menendez brothers should be free? You know what? Based on the report that I did in regards to them possibly getting out, yeah, because I think at the time that they were convicted, SA wasn't even being considered then, and what that might do to someone's mental health. And they've served how many years in prison? I mean, come on. So, yeah. Yes, congrats, V Wade. All right. Can I go now? Look, can I go now? We hit 500 likes. I appreciate you guys so much. I got to go put laundry away. I've got to clean up a bit. I would like to decorate, but I probably won't be able to decorate at all. But that's fine. I have to get ready. I have to pack. That's the other thing. I got to pack. I got things to do. NASA says that the Menendez brothers served their time. Okay. Well, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Replay crew, be sure to let me know your thoughts on all of the hot topics that we covered this evening. And I will see you guys in the next one tomorrow, I guess, for the Love and Marriage Huntsville recap, I guess. CJ says, you're right, Kemp. You're spot on. I think he was building that platform before he got there. The man got Teach FS. He definitely got, look. Anyways, guys, have a good night. I will see you guys in the next one. All right. Oh, Nubian says the conditions in the prison must not be that bad if he has access to phones and can contact people on the outside. Well, that's the thing, though. It's not he doesn't have his bed. He doesn't have his freak off materials. He doesn't have his freedom. So it's not the same. Yes, he might have influence. He might have some freedom, but he still does not have the freedom that he wants. So that's why he's pushing to get out. But I don't think that he will get out. Okay. Halifax, Nova Scotia. Hey. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to our King's Guards. Shout out to our channel members. Become a member today at teamkempire.com/join. And don't forget, the Kempire After Dark live experience is coming to LA this week, London next month. January, we're coming to DC. All of that information will be available in the description, along with information about our sponsor today, Uncommon Goods. Go check that out for your holiday shopping. All right. Bye, y'all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio podcast. As always, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for everything Kempire Radio, head on over to KempireRadio.com.